In recent political developments, former Labour Senator Fatma Payman, who dramatically left the Labour Party, has emerged as a new force to challenge Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's government. Payman, who left the party after supporting a Greens motion on Palestine in June, is now poised to further disrupt the Prime Minister's agenda by opposing the proposed Misinformation Bill. This bill, which seeks to regulate social media platforms, has been a point of contention and is facing growing opposition from multiple fronts. The proposed legislation, known as the Misinformation and Disinformation Bill 2024, aims to address the spread of harmful and misleading information on social media platforms, particularly in relation to elections and public health guidance. However, Payman and several other senators have raised concerns over its potential impact on democratic freedoms, including freedom of speech. In a video shared onto social media platforms, Payman stated that while misinformation and disinformation are significant issues, she believes this bill is not the right solution. She argued that the bill poses a threat to essential democratic rights, stating that freedom of speech is a cornerstone of our democracy and that this bill risks undermining those freedoms. Since leaving the Labour Party, Payman has established her own political movement, Australia's Voice, and has been vocal about her concerns regarding the bill's potential to allow the government to define what constitutes the truth. She emphasized that this could lead to a situation where the government has the power to dictate the narrative, which she argued is not the Australia she envisions. Payman's stance adds to the growing opposition to the bill, with several crossbench senators, including David Pocock, Tammy Tyrrell, and Jackie Lambie, also declaring their opposition. This has made it increasingly difficult for the Albanese government to secure enough support in the Senate for the bill to pass. The bill, which recently passed the lower house of Parliament, has been defended by Communications Minister Michelle Rowland, who believes that it is crucial for online safety and democracy. Rowland stressed that the bill merely requires social media companies to maintain records of misinformation and disinformation, without granting the Australian Communications and Media Authority, ACMA, the authority to remove online content directly. She argued that the bill would introduce much-needed transparency and accountability for digital platforms, particularly in relation to harmful content that can undermine elections or public health efforts. Under the proposed legislation, social media companies could face hefty penalties, up to 5% of their global revenue, if they are found to allow posts that disrupt elections or promote harmful misinformation. The bill also targets posts that discriminate against individuals based on race, religion, or gender identity, and seeks to address content that is false, misleading, or deceptive. Despite the government's assurances, the bill has faced staunch criticism from the opposition. Shadow Communications Minister David Coleman has described the legislation as overly subjective and harmful to free speech. Coleman argued that the bill would create a chilling effect on free speech and allow government regulators to dictate what can and cannot be said in public discourse. He labelled the bill as one of the most problematic pieces of legislation proposed by the Australian government and vowed that the coalition would continue to oppose it. The proposed Misinformation Bill has sparked intense debate across the political spectrum, with many questioning its potential to strike the right balance between combating harmful misinformation and preserving fundamental democratic freedoms. As it moves forward, the bill is likely to face significant scrutiny in the Senate, where it will need broad support to pass. Thank you for watching this update. We hope to see you in our next Australian News Roundup here on Aussie Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more in-depth analyses and the latest news.